Welcome back to Crimson Grey. Hold on, let me just get rid of that. There we go. Right. Now all the rest are empty slots. Where did I leave off? This is it. Damn, it's been a while since. Oh, crap. Maths wasn't boring, but she did find herself running her fingers over the edge of the notebook as she worked later. For now, she would finish the requirements. Anyway, it's been a while since I played this, and I thought, yeah, it's time for me to try and finish this. So, yeah, let's try and do that. Lizzie didn't mind maths. It was straightforward, free of judgment. Though she didn't understand her professor's talk about its elegance and beauty. It didn't seem incomprehensible to her. He was alright for a non-John person. Jeez, Lizzie. After class, she floated across campus to return home. The annoying couple tried to engage her in conversation again, but she was... Oh. Did you... Nah. I hope this doesn't infect the video. Okay. But she was able to make polite small talk without committing to anything, to keep on her way without wasting too much time. Oh no. Then she arrived home and found John looking at her notebook. Oh! Damn! Her focus condensed down to a single point, flickering over everything. His posture, his eyes, the exact set of his mouth, the speed at which he looked up towards her. My God. Yeah, hold on. Right, looks like I have to close down Discord, because people are chatting away. Okay, now that I've done all that, Discord and all that, yeah, I had to close it down so nothing interrupts me. Once such a thing would be terrifying, it still made her scared, and scared that she might have gone too far. This time, added double to his mind and ruined their relationship, and he did have a concerned look on his face. So there would be no simple, easy solution. Lizzie, are these things you felt that you couldn't tell me? What? No, not at all. Okay, I do believe you. Have you been keeping notebooks like this as long as we've been together? She squirmed a little at that. Her desire to smooth things over and make him happy warring with her. Desire to be completely honest with him. Sorry. I had books like these a long time ago, but no, I only started again recently. That's the only one, other than the new one I just started. Did something happen to make you more stressed? Is it something I've done? Oh, gee. There was real pain in his eyes, and Lizzie hated herself for a brief moment. She caused him more pain, just as she sworn to herself that she would never do it again. But her John never rushed to judgment, and he was strong, even if he was often sad and she longed to protect him. Their relationship had been through more intense things. This wouldn't be the end. Lizzie carefully sat down opposite him. It definitely isn't anything you did, John. And it isn't anything Can't say words now. This definitely isn't anything you did, John, and it isn't anything specific. I've just been a little anxious lately. I was worried the speech might be more of a problem. I can understand that. He kept leafing through the notebook, leaving Lizzie to squirm uncomfortably. It represents her true thoughts, but some of them felt a little awkward under his gaze, and she couldn't tell what he was thinking. The fact ate her up inside until she couldn't hold it back anymore. Well, you don't hate me, right? Nothing in that notebook scares you, right? Please, John, don't. John looked up at her in astonishment. A moment later, he moved forward to embrace her and thought that was wonderful. That was wonderful, it was his honest surprise at her question that meant the most. She had just been paranoid. There had been no need to fear. Oh, Lizzie, of course I wouldn't hate you. I'm just sad that you were stressed and felt like you couldn't tell me. He wrapped an arm, just the one, around her, pulled her in so that they sat side by side, then pulled the notebook into his lap, and then put the notebook into his lap. No, pulled the notebook into his lap. Okay, learn to read, asshole. Why is there so many knives about? Hold on. There's a knife in the tomatoes. There's a knife in the kitchen by the sink. There's all those knives on the thing there. I don't have my mouse cursor activated, so yeah. There's a meat cleaver by the pictures there. There's a knife on that little coffee table. Oh my god. Lizzie, calm down. Did I ever notice that knife in the tomatoes? When I read these, I mostly just see you. This is who you are, and I can feel your love for me on every page. Really? Hasn't she written some scary shit? Turning the page to one of her drawings of killing Smith. His lips twitch a bit of a smile. Smythe, it could be. These are, I don't know, cute. I've seen you murderous, Lizzie, and this is different. Playful. This helps you release your feelings. I think it's healthy. Oh, John. You know I'm a murderous, scary bitch. I should have known you would understand. I'm not perfect, but I'm always here, and I want you to understand, and I want to understand you. Which is why I have to ask, is it really nothing? Is there a reason you've been more stressed lately? Is it things like that the girl in your psych class? Oh, Lizzie sighed. I sighed. And leaned against his chest, considering it was a difficult question. Not just because she had to think about what the best answer would be. The truth, Lizzie, the truth. But also because she wasn't entirely certain herself. In her mind, her thoughts all flowed together. Speaking with him made them feel clearer, but it wasn't always easy. Oh God. Yeah, let's ask him to help with dealing with the stress. John, there are a lot of things that make me really anxious. I'm sometimes afraid to tell you about them. Really? You feel that way? It isn't all just idle fears, John. I don't like seeing you near other girls, even if nothing is going on, even if they're married and lesbian and you would never do anything I don't like it. Jeez, if they're married and lesbians? Okay, I'll stay out of situations that make you uncomfortable as much as possible. Just tell me when you're uncomfortable, okay? Okay, John. She eagerly leaned into his embrace, filled with warmth. I may have fucked up there, but maybe it was easier this way. She had held back many thoughts, but he had just given her permission to share them. Now she could keep him safe more easily. Ha ha! But as warm as things were between them, Lizzie felt a bit hesitant. When she looked at his face, she saw something shift and realized that there was something less pleasant he wanted to bring up. Had something in the notebook upset him? Her heart began hammering in her chest. There is one thing we need to talk about, though. This page, for example. Lizzie blinked in surprise as she scanned it quickly. It was a page of dense writing where she talked about him, largely about her love for him and many other things. What could be amiss there? Do you always pronounce for me with a capital letter? Do you always write? Okay. Of course, John. You're not like any other boy. You're the only person for me. I'm glad you love me, but I don't know about this. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with it. What? Why not? She stared at him, hiding the true dismay in it from her face. Inside, she was panicking. Usually John was so calm and steady. She loved understanding more about him. When she actually felt confused, it always terrified her, forced her to wonder if she was somehow drifting away from him forever. I know how intensely you feel things, but this just feels like a little much. I want you to be my partner, Lizzie. I don't want you to worship me. But John deserves it. Okay, speaking to John in like a third person. You're wonderful and I love you with my whole heart. I know that. But since I love you too, I have to be honest with you. This worries me a little bit. This capitalized version of me. Is that really me? I'm almost afraid all this is for someone else that represents me but isn't me in truth. No, it isn't like that at all. She clutched him to her, his head against her chest while she gripped one hand in his hair. But through her dismay, she began to understand. The thought upset her a little, and the idea that she might be worshipping some false form of him was terrifying, but she could understand it. John was still her John. If I just refer to you like any other boy, it doesn't feel right, like... Stop playing games, damn it. It doesn't feel right, like I'm saying they're the same as you, and I would never betray you like that, John. Lizzie, I think I can understand that, a little. But can you understand me too? I do, John, I do. She stopped gripping him so tightly and let him pull back slightly. They stared into each other's eyes for a while and both smiled. Nothing that had been said changed their love for each other, and they both knew it. Lizzie leaned forward to kiss him gently. John was being too humble, but she wouldn't argue over that with him. She understood why he was upset, and she didn't mean to suggest anything like that. Certainly not to him. And now she needed to avoid suggesting it to herself. Maybe she could accomplish the same thing another way. It was only her fear that she was betraying him that made her think that way. If she had no fear, if she loved him even more utterly and totally than she ever had before, then it wouldn't matter if she capitalized the word or not. Though she wasn't there yet, Lizzie felt peaceful enough to quiet her thoughts and just enjoy kissing him for a while and kissing him. When they finished, John pulled back and smiled gently at her. Well, this has been quite a conversation. If you want to take a break, I'd understand, but if you want to keep talking, I'm here for you. All I want is for you to hold me a little longer, okay? Of course. He held her just like that for a long time, even afterwards. When they got their textbooks and began reading, they stayed close, letting her rest against him, so they were always touching. By the time they were ready to go to bed, Lizzie no longer felt nervous about him discovering her notebook, but she also had a feeling that she wouldn't